Hi, hello everybody across the world. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody is having a good summer. So, today I wanted to talk about, as part of a series on past life regression therapy, a talk about a quick case study of what and how past life regression therapy helps us. There are many, I would say, rumors or misconceptions around past life regression therapy, and I wanted to share different case studies with you for you to help understand how it works. So, this particular case study is somebody who was suffering from a lot of frequent cough. The person would fall ill, and if the person would catch a flu, it was mostly because of a bad cough. Or they say in India, we say in Hindi, gala pakad gaya. So, it was a very frequent very frequent example of how anything wrong that goes, the person's throat would she would get actually a sore throat. And the other thing that the person mentioned was that the person would had difficulty in communicating or speaking her mind, and also difficulty in sharing her thoughts because she would feel either judged or would feel that the person in front would not understand, or the person in front would not listen, or at times her own questions and doubts whether what she was saying, did it really make sense, was it worth saying. So all these reasons are related to the throat. So, as you know, the throat chakra is about the throat chakra helps us to communicate our thoughts and feelings without negating the thoughts and feelings of the person in front of us. The throat chakra, if it's clear, it also helps us speak our truth. If we do not agree with something, we are able to speak our truth very easily and very simply. It also helps us, having a good throat chakra or a clear throat chakra helps us to be able to be a good orator as well. Some people are natural orators, but if we do have a clear throat chakra, we would be able to communicate well, irrespective of what circumstances or who we might be talking or speaking to. And it is also related to having a clear throat. So sometimes when we have frequent bouts of cough, or we have frequent bouts of a sinus that gets stuck in the throat, or we have frequent bouts of the throat just being feeling heavy, or some or sensitivity in the throat, all these could be possible signs that either your throat is sensitive or your throat chakra is blocked. And as part of the therapy that we did, so after taking the case study, the detailed case study of the person, the person went through two separate sessions to work on the throat. And what came out in the past life, so the person was able to go into different past lives, and one of the past lives was where the person was choked, and somebody was trying to choke the person, and right in the middle of the throat, right over here. And that had so the client who was trying to speak was unable to speak, and unable to say or tell the person who was choking her that it was not, he or she did not do wrong. And ultimately somebody came and the person's life was saved. So the death did not happen because of choking, but there was the incident, very major near death incident, that happened because of choking. The second past life that the person saw was, the client was a man in the past life, and due to some misunderstanding with his master or the boss that he was working with, and the misunderstanding spread to the small town, and the town folks forced this young man to be hanged. And it was not an immediate death, it was again death where by hanging on a tree. And the young man stayed alive for quite some time, so the young man actually felt the life passing away, and especially because it was again through the throat, so it was a very painful, a very difficult lifetime that the person experienced. Through both these sessions, what happened was it is very common for the person to experience coughing. It is very common for the person to experience being the same emotions of being choked, and that's because that the healing is happening. So during the past life regression therapy, the and why it is important to have a therapist is because the therapist would be able to see your physical signs, what's happening to you, what's happening to your body, how is your body reacting, the very subtle signs that might be coming on your face, or in your throat, or through your eyes. So therapist will be able to navigate you through that healing process and help you to complete that healing process. What is important is to complete the healing process in that particular session. And usually a therapist would be able to tell you how much sessions or how many sessions you might need. One session may not be enough, because usually in the first session people are still experiencing and trying to grasp whether that experience was real or not. And so I would urge you to, if you are looking, if there's anything that you feel that you have been facing, anything psychosomatic, it could be to do with your throat, like this particular case study that I told you about. It could be to do with maybe skin rashes or skin allergies. It could do also with the fact that what is it that you feel about your own self. Is your sense of self very low? It could also do about how you are interacting in your relationships, what kind of relationships that you've had or friendships that you've had in your life, and would you want to change that? And if there is a pattern that you see, then I would recommend to try past life regression therapy, and you would definitely see the results. The beauty of this therapy is that you see the results continuing over a period of time. So let me know what you think about this particular case study, and there are more videos coming up about the case studies, different variations. So I'll be very happy to hear about from you in the comments box, and do share and subscribe to our YouTube channel to know more about the case studies. You could also share this video with friends or people that you think might benefit from it. So I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for listening in.